All right, man. Mighty Mouse, UFL on the YouTube. Subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, man. Underground Fight League on the YouTube. I'm up here with my man RC. He's done a lot of time in the Mississippi system, man. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself and where he's been and how much time he's done over the, his life. I mean, honestly. And man, we're going to get into some of the differences between the Mississippi system and the Virginia system, man, because I don't know nothing about the Mississippi system, man. It's the first actual person I've talked to from the Mississippi system on here. Mostly everybody that I've ever had on my channel has been from Virginia, guys that I've been locked up with personally. So to have people now that I'm able to do this podcast type thing, I'm gonna be able to reach out to a lot of different inmates throughout the nation, man, because we do the Return to Citizen magazine and the reentry programs for the magazine, which is nationwide anyway. So this is going to open up a lot more doors, man, to be able to reach out to a lot of different people in a lot of different systems and help a lot of different people out, man, that need it. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man. He can tell you who he is and what he's about and where he's at now, how long he's been out and everything, man.
My name is Richard. People call me RC from Mississippi, Meridian, Mississippi. Been in and out the system since I was about 13 years old. Spent maybe 15 years of my adult life in prison. I've been out now for 5 years, man, and it's a blessing. I'm telling you, it's a blessing. But about the prison system down here, it's not racially segregated. It is controlled by the organizations. They pretty much run it. It's just filthy and nasty, man. It's just so nasty down here. The recidivism rate is so high. It's like I've been out 5 years now, and I'll say it probably took me 38 years of my life to really just straighten all the way out.
Yeah. What's the recidivism rates in your state, man? What's the recidivism rates there?
Man, I'll say probably 85, 90% going back.
For how much time? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So how much time would so I know in Virginia after doing 5 years, if you've done 5 years or more in my state, basically I think it's up to 84%. It used to be higher than that, but it lowered down since they started the reentry program in my state, man. So you said it's up to almost 100% of people go back? Yeah,
it's crazy, man. They the way they do it down here, I've heard you talk about Virginia. They do that here. It's a plea bargain deal. You might catch a charge and they won't charge you with it until you've caught 3 or 4 more charges, and then they come get you. Now they got you on 4 or 5 cases to where they kind of, you might well say, they make you take a plea bargain because they don't want you to go to trial.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the plea bargain, man, for the people that don't understand it, which there's a lot, because I got a lot of people on my channel that mostly the trolls, it's never usually the ones that have been in prison themselves. It's usually the trolls that don't understand what a plea bargain is. I know in my state is basically, man, if you catch 20 charges, man, I had like 30 charges. They always think that, well, it started out as a bigger charge and they drop it to a littler charge. I said, that's one form of plea bargain. I said, but when you have 30 other charges, 20 other charges, and they're stacking a whole bunch of charges against you, it's basically, if you plead guilty to this, and this, we're going to drop this, and this. And that ended up being like a lot of my cases, man, especially, man, a lot of my burglary charges were like that, man. I was actually signing, they had pictures of about fucking 20 houses that were out there. And I literally was signing my life away beside houses and pawn shops that I know that I didn't even break into, man. But it was part of my plea bargain. It was like, basically, put your fucking initials beside these fucking houses or else. You know what I'm saying? And I did. You know what I'm saying? And I did. And with my home invasion and my abduction charges, man, dude, I would have done life in Virginia, man. They don't play that shit. Home invasion charges. I know people that got in carjacking and home invasions that have done 30 years in my state. Yeah. You know, they don't play that. The home invasion, guys, is a lot different than burglaries. I got a lot of burglaries, a lot of grand larcenies. Home invasions and abductions are a whole different line of fucking bullshit. It's not the same. So,
well, I'll use myself for example. I had 4 cell charges. So what they did, like I said, they stacked them on me. I caught one and I caught other ones after that, but they come and got me on the last one. So I go to court or whatnot, and my lawyer tells me that they got you on 4 cell charges. Now I might can beat 3 of them. He told me Mike can beat 3 of them, but they
When
gonna
you say
hang me
sell,
on
you
one.
mean like distributions?
Yeah, sell of. I say I had a cell of Xanax, a cell of ecstasy, a cell of Loratabs, and a cell of methamphetamine.
Okay, got you. Okay.
So what they did, they they talked to my lawyer. He come talk to me and told me I'm looking at 120 years, but you can sign this plea bargain, and we'll drop 3 of them, charge you with 1, and give you 30 years and suspend 18. Or you can take us to trial, you can take us to trial and lose, and we'll give you the whole 120. So I signed it, man.
We're gonna fuck you without lube if you don't take it.
So I took it, man. I took the 30, just 18 suspended. I served 12. I think I ended up serving like 7.5 on that 12, and I got lucky, man. While I was in the system, when I first got sentenced, there was no parole.
Right.
It was all 85%.
That's how it is in Virginia. That's how it is here.
But toward the end of my sentence, I guess they brought the parole back, and it saved me. So which I got to make parole on the 12, which I should have did like 6.5, but I ended up doing like 7.5 years on the 12.
Yeah.
But the plea bargain ain't nothing but it saves them money, keeps them from going to trial, saves them time, gets them a conviction.
It absolutely.
They don't care about it, man. All they want is a conviction. All they want is that conviction, man. And they look at it like this. Well, we can give him 30 years, suspend 18, send him in for 12 years, bring him out on 5 years probation because he's gonna screw up. Then we can give him his 18 back. And
let me guess, you had a court-appointed attorney as well, right?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But
why don't you break down a little bit of the court-appointed attorney things for people that don't know about what a court-appointed attorney is, man?
They're paid by the state. They work for the state. Their job is this: if you go to trial with a court-appointed attorney, they get no money. They only get paid per plea bargains.
Per conviction.
So their job is to
conviction and save the state money.
They work with the state. They work for the state.
No doubt.
And they just want that conviction, man. So that's how it works down here. And
that's how it works in Virginia. Same thing, but a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people, man, I get a lot of these tough guys on here that, oh man, no, man, just like we were just talking about the reentry program. We'll get to that in a minute too. You get these tough guys on here to be like, man, they'd had to give me a life sentence, man. There's no way I would have pled guilty to this and pled guilty to that, man. And I'm just like, man, that sounds really good sitting on the outside looking in. But when that push comes to shove and it's like, look, I could do this. I'm going to watch I'll never see my kids again. All my mom, my dad, everybody's going to be dead by the time I get out. Or I could take this and I still have a chance at having some form of life. And
that's what you're going to do.
That's exactly what you're going to do. That's exactly what you're going to do. But you get these tough guys, man, that always seem to think that they're going to do something the other way. Just like when we were talking about the reentry program. You get these guys that, for you guys that don't know what the reentry programs are, and I'm going to ask you about if you guys even have that in your state, but what a reentry program is, and this is a lot of what we do this program for, man, for the reentry programs and stuff like that, man, because it's basically about how people are out here succeeding on the street, how people are able to adapt and not go back and be part of that recidivism rate, to be one of those numbers that go back behind the fence. And our recidivism rates have dropped since they started the reentry program, but it's still way the fuck through the roof, man. But you get these guys. All right, our state doesn't have parole. Our state, you do 85%. That's not even given to you. 100% is given to you. 85% is if you're fucking good and you do these programs they tell you to do. So a lot of people don't realize that, man. And my fault, man. I'm trying to fix this fucking camera.
Good,
all right, let me see. There we go. We got a little bit better now. But you get these guys, man, that have like 7 or 8. They done did like 20 years or 15 years or whatever, and they have like 7 or 8 years of good time that they've gotten, even off that 85%. And you get these guys, man. I've heard it a million times before, just like with the plea bargain thing. Oh, I ain't doing that reentry program. It comes down to their last year. Your ass is going in that reentry program. If you don't do that reentry program, you're going to do 100% of your time. But you get those tough guys before they go on the program. oh man, fuck that. I'm gonna do this whole 7 years, man. They're gonna have to give me this whole 7 years. I ain't going back in this. I'm not doing this fucking program. Fuck that program. And next thing you know, I see the motherfucker sitting over in the program right when it's time for them to go over. I said, damn, dude. I said, I thought you said fuck the program. You was gonna do your 7 years. Well, Mouse, man, look, man, I'm trying to get back out there with my kids, man. If I go ahead and do this little year in this program, I can go home. I was like, well, I already knew you were gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I already knew you were going to do it, just like I already know these tough guys are going to take fucking plea bargains. I already know you're going to do it. You can sit there and fucking behind your computers and people that ain't never done a bid and say, I wouldn't have done this. They'd have had to kill. I've heard people say that. Oh, they going to have to kill me before they take my shit. Or they going to have to. Man, my brother used to rob motherfucking everybody walking in prison, man. My brother and them used to, if everybody knows my brother, Big Tweet in the system, man, my brother used to take people's packs coming out of it. Oh, motherfucker going to have to kill me for that shit. They going to do this. They going to do that. No, they're not, man. I've seen that a million fucking times. Now, I ain't gonna say I ain't seen dudes stand on their motherfucking ground and do their thing. But most of these motherfuckers that say what they're gonna do and don't just do it, they full of shit. You know what I'm saying? They're full of shit. The ones that talk about it, full of shit.
Yeah, action speaks a whole lot louder than any words do, man.
No doubt.
But no doubt. Reentry program, man, we don't even have a reentry program here. They do have certain VOTEC, skill trades you can take, but it's voluntary.
Right. Okay. So what about okay, you said VOTEC classes, man. So they do give you an option to be able to get like certain certificates and stuff, man, where you can get out and get jobs like floor covering or heating and air conditioning or barbering license or something. Welding, shit like that. So they do. All right. Well, and for the ones that don't take advantage of that, like my brother, the police killed my brother. He did 22 years. The police killed my brother down in Florida a year after he came home. But my brother went 22 years in prison without even getting a GED. He didn't get no classes. He didn't do nothing. All he did was gamble, steal, rob, get tattoos, buck on store boxes, hustle, grind his entire bid. That's all he ever done. How he was going to get the pack in, how he was going to get that cell phone, how he was going to do this. Always wheeling and dealing on an illegal route. So let me say something, man. For you people, man, that think that you're going to walk to the door with that same hustle mentality, what the fuck or if you have a substance abuse problem when you walk out. I know plenty of people that come home with dope habits. Out the door with dope habits.
Especially Spice, but Spice got them.
Spice. And see, everybody went to that Spice. And listen, man, I've seen people overdose and die on that Spice in prison. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people have heart attacks, vomit all over the fucking place, going to seizures, helicopters fly down in the fucking yard and scoop people up. That Spice shit was the worst thing they ever. Look, when they came out with all them piss tests and started taking people's good time, the first thing they hit the system was Suboxones and fucking Spice. Suboxones and Spice. And that Spice, you might as well just let the motherfucker smoke weed. They would have been just fine with the weed. But since you want to piss the motherfucker, now you got motherfuckers in here dying. You know what I mean?
Spice, man, I've seen them eat rats. I've seen them eat just do anything for it.
Right.
Crazy, man.
Fuck the fuck all the way out.
Yeah.
But so you're saying that so they do got options, man. So if a person comes out on the street, even with your system, even if they don't have a reentry program, you guys said you do got parole. What is it, parole after 65% or something? What do you get, 30 for 30?
It is 30 for 30. It used to be 50%. Then they did the 85% thing and took the parole out, and they brought the parole back. And I want to say it's 65%. You do 65%. If it's nonviolent, you do 25%.
Man, that's all right, bro. That ain't bad at all.
And I think they got a new law passed in this July for I think mandatory sentencing. I just talked to a homeboy that's in there now, and I think he was telling me that they're fixing to do away with the mandatory sentencing law and bring parole back for everybody. I think that's what he.
That's what they need to do in the Virginia system, because the Virginia system is so fucking packed. You got dudes sitting in the city jail for fucking 2 and 3 years waiting to get into the system. Yeah,
my son's in there now, man. Yeah, my son's sitting in the county jail right now with no bond, man. It's killing me. It's his first time.
Yeah.
He's a child I had prior to going to prison. I really wasn't there for him as a child, but when I got out, he was 17 and we bonded we real close, man. And I hate that he's in there and I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing to get him out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So he basically followed in your footsteps like I did with my dad.
Man, he did, man. And I hate it. Which he did tell me he told me yesterday, he said, Pop, he said, man, I realized one thing. He said, I'm not no hard son of a bitch. He said, I'm weak, man. He said, this life ain't for me. I said, well, that's good, son. I hope they don't give him no time. I'm trying to get him in a drug court program. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Try to get him a program or something.
Yeah, try to get him something non-adjudicated where he can at least have the chance to get that felony off his record.
Is this his first felony?
It's his first felony.
They might work with him, man. They might work with him. Is it has anything to do with substance abuse? You don't mind me asking?
Man, he caught 2 buildings on fire, man.
Oh, was he high?
Yeah, he was high. And I actually talked to the detective about it.
That might work to his benefit, though.
Yeah, the detective said that he was going to put in his report and said he would tell the DA that he's dealt with him a couple of times, and both times, he's strung out on meth, and that he's really a good kid. So I got some people in my corner that's going to work. It's now that I've straightened my life out, man. I got a lot of people in high places that really pat me on the back every day for doing so good. They gave up on me. They told me I'd be in prison the rest of my life and blah, blah, blah. But I got out, man, and showed them something different, man. I tell you what, I can go to the probation officer now, and if he's giving me a urine test, I'll tell him, look, I smoke weed. I do smoke weed. And he said, Kathy, if the only thing you doing is smoking weed, you just keep on smoking.
Yeah, they ain't worried about it.
They so proud of me, man. Like I said, I've been in and out of the system since I was 30. I got kicked out of the Mississippi school system at 15. Couldn't go to school nowhere in the state of Mississippi. So I had to move out to Arizona and go to school. I was a bad little son. But I changed all that around, man. I had 5 kids I didn't raise,
Yeah.
And when I got locked up this last time, my girl was pregnant. And when I went in, man, I had my mind made up. I'm done. So I went in, I'm part of an organization. So when I went in the door, I didn't acknowledge that. They knew it, but I didn't acknowledge it. I knew what I was doing. I wanted to get smashed out. I didn't want to part up no more. I knew the only way to get out was to take that ass whooping.
Right.
So showing up, the call come down to whoop my ass, boy, and they did. They whooped my ass good, took everything I had and dismissed me, man. I'm no longer a part of that crap.
Yeah, well, that's good, man. I'm not active in it. I do a lot of stuff with the gangs. Not nationwide, man. With the Guns Down, Gloves Up, man. When I deal with a lot of gang members, man, and especially with the return of citizens, man, with people coming out that are on gang probation, and they're facing the hardships of gang probation, which is 10 times harder than your regular probation, man. And and I deal with them, at a different level, man, because they got to deal with different obstacles, man, than just your regular probation and stuff. So I'm still around. I'm still around the gangs all the time, man. And I've ran, like I said, I've ran fights in Oak Cliff and in Camden, New Jersey, where we've had 3 and 4 different gangs on the yard at one time fighting. Yeah. And we've had city councilmen, senators, chief of police write stuff in the newspapers and on their Facebook pages and stuff, and just couldn't believe that we were able to get these gang members to come out here and put down guns and pick up gloves. They say it's unbelievable to them, man. They're just like, man, we haven't even seen these people cross boundaries to go to each other's stores, let alone come out here and fight, let alone put down guns and pick up gloves. Like, man, this is not even fucking, this there's no way that in Camden, New Jersey or Philly, out in Kensington, that you're going to get these guys to pick up no fucking gloves. Are you crazy? And we have. And they've reached out to me afterwards, and they proud, man. They happy as shit that we're able to do stuff like that, man. So the obstacles, man, it's all what you're trying to do with it, man. When you get out, you can be in the gang life. It's what you do and how. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you, if you want to be out there and be active, and you want to be out there and you want to be in the streets and you want to be all up in the fucking mix or whatever it is, trust me, you will be. But if you out there and they're like, look, man, I just got out of prison, man. I'm trying to do this for my family. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to make these type of things happen, man. A lot of times, man, especially if you're an older cat and you've already been through there and you may have been locked up for gang activities or for the gang or whatever, man. A lot of times, man, they'll oversee a lot of the stuff that you're doing, or do like what you just said. You go in the system and be like, man, I ain't fucking with this shit no more. I'm done. Do what y'all want to do. Let's make it happen. Go ahead and get me out this shit. They go ahead and smash you out. And that's what it is. But I'm going to tell you, man, at the end of the day, man, I see a lot of these young dudes out here, man, watching these hip hop videos and growing up, watching these TV shows and these movies and even social media, man. You see all these little young dudes making these videos with these guns. They think this shit's cool, man. And a lot of these kids, man, are coming from areas that type of shit is not a mandatory lifestyle, but they make it mandatory on themselves, man, because they see that on social media. They see that that's what these kids in these other cities might be doing, or that's their lifestyle. And next thing you know, your kid is following behind that shit. and your kid is doing 20 or 30 years in prison behind what they thought was cool, or behind what they thought was they rapping along to these little lyrics and shit. They think that that shit is what it is, man. And the sad thing about it is you got grown ass fucking men that are coming out of prison, and they still think that that shit is cool, and they still think that that shit is the lifestyle. And I'm just like, man, you guys are fucking totally lost. You know, you did all this fucking time. You should be out here helping these kids. You should be out here at least guiding your own kids. You driving around in cars and you down here flashing shit on social media, and you think that that is the life. You are retarded, man. And you don't care about your family. I don't care how you try to sugarcoat it. I said this shit on my live today. These motherfuckers out here that think that, well, I'm out here hustling. I'm out here doing this shit to take care of my family. I'm out here, listen, man, I said those same things. When I was out here stealing and breaking houses and trading guns for coke and all that shit, you know what I was doing? I was getting high. I was in the club with fucking strippers. I was getting fucking hotels, and I was living my life. I didn't give not one fucking dollar of any of that shit to my kids or took care of any of my family behind any of that drug money, behind any of those burglaries and grand larcenies. All that money was mine and for my lifestyle and for my happiness. I used it as a, man, I got to do this shit for my kids to survive, as an excuse to bullshit myself. You know what I'm saying?
Because you wanted to do it.
Yeah, because I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it.
I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to say this, man. You have got to have it in your mind that you don't want to do it no more.
Right.
And I'm going to say, for me, at a young age, I convinced myself that this was me forever. I'm trapped in it. I can't do anything else, so I might as well make the most of it.
Right.
But this last time I got locked up, man, like I said, my girl she's my wife now. She was pregnant, and that whole year, man, I beat myself. I prayed. I beat myself until I got all of that crap out of me. And I promised myself that I would not return to them streets. I don't care how much dope they throw at me. I don't care how much money they throw at me. I'm not going back, because I do not want another man raising these kids.
You don't want your kids calling another man daddy.
Nah, man. And so I've been out 5 years, man. We had that child, and we've made 3 more since then. I got 4 babies now. I'm 45 years old.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and that's how man. And that's how I stay out, man. That's how I stay out, man.
That keeps you grounded, right?
If I think about doing something, I look at them babies, man. I say, all right, if you do that, and if you do get caught, somebody else is gonna raise them.
No doubt.
I don't want that, man. I don't want
somebody else always willing to step up and take your place, man.
Quick, I got 5 kids, man. I didn't get to raise because of my time, and I'll be damned if somebody else raises these. These are my babies.
No doubt. I got a 25-year-old, I got a granddaughter, and I got my 15-year-old, and then I got my youngest one. And I'm so far gone with any of their other lives that being a dad to them is almost irrelevant, man. That bond, that dad, that father-son relationship is almost gone. And I'm not gonna lose that with my 7-year-old, man. That's not gonna happen. There's not gonna be no guns, no drugs, nothing in this world that would make me go back to telling myself that this is a necessity. I have to do this to take care of my family, man.
Yeah.
It's never that. It's never that, man, unless you put yourself in that position, man. I'm an gang member. I'm on gang file. I'm tatted up from face to foot. And I'm telling you, I've always been able to I got my Class A CDL. I'm out here. I can start a tractor trailer company. I got guys out here now that are millionaires that I've helped get their CDLs from prison, that are tatted up, that are on gang file, that are out here doing the right fucking thing, man. So
I applaud that, man.
If you make it your decision, like you said, you have to be the one to stop it, man. Everybody's like, did you learn a lesson? You don't learn a lesson in prison, man. No. There's no lesson to be learned. The only lesson you're gonna learn in prison is
how to get better at doing what you got caught for.
How to get better at doing what you didn't get caught.
Yeah.
You know,
but man,
and I'm gonna tell you
I want to say this real quick. Let me say something real quick, Mouse, to those who have convinced themselves that they're stuck in it, or that don't believe they can change. Man, you can change.
No doubt.
You can make up your mind, man, on your own. You don't have anybody whispering in your ear telling you that you're stuck, you can't get out, you have to do this. Man, that's a lie. You can change if you want to change, man. You can stay out of prison if you want to stay out of prison. And if you are selling drugs these days to make a living, man, you're a damn fool, because ain't no money.
Very short career.
all this money they got on this internet, man, I'm trying to get me some of that money.
No doubt.
That's what
No doubt.
that's where the money's at, man.
It's a legal hustle.
Legal hustle.
Legal hustle, baby. It's a legal hustle. And like you said, man, you have to be the one to get sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. Until you get it set in your mind that you're tired of doing this time, there ain't no smack on the wrist. There ain't no man, no, there's no scaring you out of stopping doing what you're doing, man. You have to come to the point where this is it, man. I'm done. You have to set that inside of your mind. Some of us are not wired to. You got some people, man, that can figure that out in one weekend. You know what I'm saying? They can do a weekend and be like, oh, this ain't for me. I can't do this fucking shit. Some people, it takes 30 years to figure it out.
Took me 38. But you know, you got when you got people, especially your own family, telling you that, oh, you ain't gonna change, blah blah. You know, you hear that for years and years and years. You start to believe it. Then it becomes the truth, and you have really made yourself believe that you're stuck in this lifestyle and you can't get out.
No doubt.
But that's not true, man. That's not true at all. You can change, man. Anybody can change.
You know, my mom, you saying that, man, like my mom, all her friends, because my dad was in prison the whole time, me growing up. And my mom and, you know, all her friends, they seen how I was in school, how I was always getting in trouble, how I was always beating up people, fighting and just doing shit. Yeah. They used to say, man, he's just like his dad. Because my dad used to beat up motherfuckers in the neighborhood. He'd come in, stabbed up, cut up. That's why they called him Rambo in prison, because he had the big ass scars across the chest from getting cut up and shit. And they'd be like, man, he's just like his dad. He's going to prison just like his dad. It's like they spoke me going to prison into fucking existence, man. It's like everything that they said that I was gonna do, I fucking did. And then I took it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Because they spoke it on me from an early ass age. And I thought that, well, okay, well then everybody thinks that's what I'm doing. I guess that's where I'm going then. That's exactly what I'm doing. You know?
So you convinced yourself.
Convinced myself, man.
And there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I'll tell you what, man, I'm thankful for my wife, man. My wife is she's really put it on me, man. She don't put up with my bullshit. She don't allow me to do things that's going to cause me to get into trouble. And I've never had that before. I've always been in control of the relationship. I've always been the one to tell. But my wife don't play that shit, man. She's hardcore, boy. Yeah.
Keep your ass in check, man.
Yeah. She actually has a good story, to tell too, man. But I might save that one for my channel. I actually got a channel. I'm fixing to try to come out.
Have you got a channel up yet?
I haven't got it up yet.
When you do, let me know, man, and so I can post it up on my shit and post it up in the Facebook group pages and stuff, man. So we can get your shit out there, man. Because I believe we all got a story to tell, man, when it comes to this stuff, and you never know who you're gonna help on your end. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So whenever you do start a channel or whatever, I'll do an interview with you on your channel, man.
Bet that.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
I got you, man. 100%, man. Anything that's gonna help out, bro, I got you.
Well, this is my wife right here, Miles.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up?
Good. Dang, it's daylight over there.
Hey, yeah, nah, it's starting to get dark now. We're 3 hours behind you guys. Yeah. But look, anytime you guys want to come out to Vegas, man, y'all come on out here, man. We got extra rooms up here, man. Y'all come on out and chill, man.
Shoot. I'm trying to travel.
I'll tell you what, we might take you up on that. We're gonna take us a little vacation probably next month sometime.
Look, go on cheapoair.com, bro. You can find flights on Spirit for like 120 round trip, man. Real shit.
We might take you up on that, Miles. Like I said,
the most expensive shit you're gonna have down here is the hotel. So y'all come on down here, man, and kick it, man. Come down here and bullshit.
Yeah.
Take y'all out to the strip, man. We'll have some fun, bro, for real.
Shit, we'll throw some money your way.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't need it. Y'all come on down, man. We'll all just go out and have a fun time, man. Y'all come on down.
We'll take you up on that offer, man. Like I'm gonna stay in touch with you, man.
Hey, you can smoke weed legal here, man. We got dispensaries down the street.
I love that, boy.
You can drink in public, man. You can walk down the strip with your drink in your hand. Taco Bell sells alcohol.
What?
Taco Bell sells alcohol.
They put it in the slushies.
Yeah, they put it in your slushies.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Taco Bell, man. Taco Bell.
That's
real
crazy,
shit, man.
I thought I heard the old lady.
Hey, they won't never have nothing like that in Mississippi.
Nah, they'll never have that. Nothing like that on the East Coast. I'm from the East Coast. They'll never do that shit. Virginia, we ain't even legal yet.
Yeah. Mississippi, boy, it's something down here.
Yeah. We're a Commonwealth state in Virginia, man. They don't play that shit. We'll be the last state they let anything fucking jump off over there.
I don't know if Mississippi is a Commonwealth state or not, but I know that this is a good old boy state.
Oh yeah, any of them southern states they ain't playing. The Bible Belts, man. The Bible Belts, boy, they don't play.
If you ain't got none of that old money, boy, you ain't talking about nothing.
No doubt. Well, you still on papers and shit now?
Yeah, I'm on papers. I get off next year. My wife just got off papers.
No, I get off in July.
She gets off next month.
Will they let you? Will they let y'all travel?
I'm pretty sure we do good. We're good with them.
Yeah, they real good.
We don't mess up.
Hey, you got my number, man. Hit me up. Come on out. Let's get it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up, Miles. Like I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up in a couple of days with this channel. Me and my wife gonna talk and come up with a name.
I'm gonna post this video up tomorrow, man. So I'm gonna have this up for you, and I'll send you the link to it and shit too.
I need the old lady's number.
I'll give it to you. I got you. I'll send it to Rick. I'll send it to RC as soon as I get off here, man. So she'll give it to you. Yeah, I don't want to say it on here because that motherfucker you don't
want
to. Yeah.
I bet she cool though.
Hey, Miles, I just want to say, man, that I respect what you're doing, man. I think it's a real good thing, and you definitely caught my attention. And when you did, I told my wife, I said, I'm finna try to holler at this dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see you on my TV every day.
Yeah, I watch you every day, man.
I see you on my TV every day.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. Hey, real shit, man. I really appreciate that, man. You know, hey, look, I'm telling you, man, we're gonna reach a lot of people, man. We're gonna keep on pushing. You know, don't let no haters get to you, man. Listen, man, they don't mean nothing. Nobody means shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
no matter what,
look, man, they've been hating on me since I was a kid, man. That shit don't mean nothing,
bro. That's it, man. That's the way it's always gonna be like that, man. You always gonna have some miserable ass people out there, man, that just don't want to see nobody do good. They don't want to see nobody else do good. They don't want to have no positivity around them. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, they started knocking down projects and shit, like low income project housing and shit around where I'm from, down from the 7 cities, down Norfolk, Newport News area and stuff like that, man, Virginia Beach and all. But they started knocking down project buildings down there where I'm from, man. And they started putting up like a lot of nice stuff around those areas and stuff, man. And the people that lived in those areas, the ones that they did keep up, they were so miserable and so upset that they were putting up Ross stores and Starbuckses and Walmarts and stuff. They wanted to live in the dark and live in the shadows and live around dirt and grime because they had that mentality of being around just negative and crime their entire existence, man. They didn't want nothing nice around them, man. They didn't want to have no good. They just want to keep having that bad around them. A Starbucks in the hood, man, you better get that shit out of here. We need another liquor store. We got 20 liquor stores. Why the fuck we need a Starbucks? You know what I mean?
It's sad, man.
It's sad, man, but that's the people's mind frame, man. And that's the same thing with these people on YouTube, man. They don't want to see good. They don't want to see people succeed. They want to see people go back to prison. They don't want nobody to be happy. They don't want nobody to be out here raising their kids right. They want to just make and be miserable, man. You know,
bad,
so
man.
don't let if you ever start the channel, don't let nobody ever take you out of your square to where you're like, damn, man, maybe I shouldn't be doing this shit, man. All this negativity coming at me, man. Maybe everybody's just saying I'm no good and I just need to go back to prison. Whatever the situation is, man, don't ever let none of that shit ever go to your head, man. Never.
Yeah, I'm surpassed that, man. Can't nobody tell me nothing about me, man.
Facts. Real shit. Shit. But yeah, look, I'm gonna post this video tomorrow, man. You got anything else you want to say, man? Like I said, I don't do the war story things on here, man. I like to be able to say, listen, man, this is what these people are out here doing to succeed. And I know you out here succeeding because you're always talking about your kids. I know you out there doing your thing, man. You out there surviving. You know, you're not out there violating. You're not out there in the streets and doing dirt. You're not out there robbing people, stealing people's shit. I can tell by looking at you, you ain't out here fucking. You ain't messed out or doped out.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You look like you know what I'm saying, that you're doing your thing, man. You got a good wife and shit in your corner, man. So, you know, is there anything else you want to add or anything you want to say to anybody that's out here, man?
Just stay positive, man, and don't let yourself believe and don't let nobody else make you believe that you're stuck in that negative lifestyle, man. You can change. You can come up. It's definitely going to take you some patience, and it's definitely going to test your character.
Right.
But like me, for example, when I got out this last time, man, it was numerous dope boys just trying to give me that shit to sell.
Yeah.
I give it right back to him, man. And the more I rejected it, the easier it became to reject.
Right.
But you can't get out of prison and go back to that same old shit and expect to stay free. You got to switch it up, man. You got to switch it up.
Proper planning prevents poor performance, baby.
That's right. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. You're exactly
That's it, bro. That's the 5 P's, man. You got to live by that, man. You know, if you're not prepared, I've told guys this, man, every time, man. If you have not prepared to come to these streets, like I said, if you in there, you're fucking boys, you're getting high, you're stealing, you're robbing, you're mingling, and you're all the way up to the door. What do you think you're going to do when you think that shit, you just going to be able to stop all that shit at the gate? Like I said, I know guys that have come out on the street with dope habits from prison. Yeah. You think that shit, you just be like, man, I'm just going to do all this until I get ready to go home and then I'm done. It don't work like that, man. It don't work like that, man. You have to prepare yourself for these streets to last on these streets. If you haven't prepared yourself to come out here, you're not going to last. Period.
If you got umpteen years, man, you got to serve. Of course, you're gonna do what you got to do to survive. Of course, but that last year of your sentence, you have got to take control of yourself. You got to take control of your mind, and you got to convince yourself that you're not coming back. Because if you don't take that time to do that, man, you'll be right back.
Oh no, 100%, man. Anybody knows me from the system, man. My wife's been under investigations. I've been under investigations on some big fucking charges inside of prison. I'm not gonna say what they are on here, but I've been under big investigations, man. Stabbings, all sorts of fucking shit inside of prison, man. I've been on a lot of investigations, man. I've been transferred behind security gang threats. I've been on a lot of different shit, man. So trust me, I lived that lifestyle inside of prison, man. You know, and I did the wheeling and dealing and the hustling, the grinding, the robbing and stuff. I did all that, man. But at the end of the day, when you're in your environment and you think that you are forced to live a certain way out here, when you're in prison, man, you think that you forced out here. When you in there, the force is a whole lot greater. And when you live in that lifestyle, man, you have to set it in yourself that, like, man, I'm done. If you down to your last 6 months and you haven't accepted that, then you're gonna be in some trouble when you get out here, man. You have to accept that you're done. If you're living 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and you're still trying to slide around and sneak around and do this and do, I'm just doing this little bit of shit, you know what I mean? Man, when you will get out here, man, you will do the same shit, man. There's no way around it.
That's right.
No way around it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you can't do no slipping and sliding. If you slip and slide, you're gonna eventually fall.
That's facts, bro. That's a fact. You know? And like I said, man, I've had a lot of setbacks when I got out here. I said that shit on my last video with Casper. You know, I had a lot of setbacks, man. You know, when I got out here, I thought I was going right back in the tractor trailer. I thought I was gonna go back out here and get my CDL. I thought I was ready to roll. They hit me with that fucking 6-month suspension. As soon as I got out, I said, well, damn, dude, I just did 8 years. 7 years and 8 months. I was like, man, that's 6 months from the fucking possession of marijuana charge. That ain't over yet. No, that don't start till you do the VASAP class. Then your 6 months start.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't have no other skills, man. I'm trying to get back in this truck. You know, I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. We were living in Charlottesville, bro, which is literally in the middle of fucking nowhere. We didn't have bus transportation. We didn't have shit. You know, I lived in the fucking trailer park. We were living on our last leg. I'm coming home. I'm a hindrance to the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm a strain on the fucking economy. You know what I mean? And my whole thing is I'm trying to go out here and make 60, 70,000 a year driving a truck. My whole plan was to do something right. So when they set me back and they were like 6 months, the first thing I thought, no food stamp, they wouldn't give me shit. The first thing I'm thinking inside of my head is, well, damn, okay, God. I'm like, this is the position you put me in. Well, then you already know what I'm getting ready to go do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta live. My family's got to live. What do you think my mind? I'm looking at houses like as soon as we go down the street, I'm getting ready to rob these motherfuckers. Like that's the first thing in my mind. I'm getting ready to go get these bitches. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn, I literally been out for fucking a week and I'm already thinking, my mind just went from thinking that, hey, I'm going to do something right. And I'm going all in with this right living to now I'm getting ready to go back to doing the same fucking shit. Cause now my hand feel like my hand is forced.
And sadly, man, that's how it happens, man. Some guys do have their mind right. And when they get out, they get them setbacks. They don't know how to handle them setbacks.
Facts.
You got to be patient, man. Sit back and just wait. And something's going to come, man.
I'm glad I did, bro. I'm glad I did.
Glad you did too, Mouse.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did too, boy.
I'm telling you, bro, if I didn't wait to get back in that truck, man, if I really had went out and did that shit, bro, like I could have went back just as fast as everybody else, man, for the third time. And that would have been a wrap. for me.
That's right.
They would have never let me back out because, man, honestly, they didn't want me out to begin with. You know?
Yeah.
No.
Man, you doing your thing now, boy. I give you props, man. You doing.
Man,
you
we
got,
out here, man. We trying, brother. We trying.
And look here, man. The haters you got, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that shit, man. Let them son. I would, if I was you, I wouldn't even speak on them son bitches, man.
Yeah.
I let them.
Steez and everybody tell me, man, don't, you know, I try to. It's the ones that out here flashing, you know, especially the younger dudes, man. It's like, man, I feel like it's in my position that I have to say something to some of these dudes, man, when they out here flashing on social media, man. Even if it's to say that they're gonna kill me and they showing guns on social media, I'm just like, look, man, you know, I don't wish. I might want to beat your ass, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to fight. I like, you know, that's the way I do my things now. 20 years ago, I'd have probably been at your mom's house, you know what I'm saying? But that's not the way I live my life. And I was like, man, you know, I just want them to understand that. And I want them to understand that, bro, listen, you live in that lifestyle and you flashing guns on social media and you think that that shit's cool. Do you understand how many people are seeing that shit? And some of these stupid motherfuckers have been to prison and are felons already. And they're doing that. And I'm like, you have got to be some of the stupidest motherfuckers I have ever met in my life. You know, you got to
tell you what, man.
You got the dumbest shit.
I ain't gonna say no names, but the one guy, man, you was helping out. That's something gone so crazy, man. What is he thinking, man?
Well,
it don't make no sense to me, man.
Well, he's going back. That same person you're talking about is going to go back for 3 years now. Because and he's leaving his kid and his girl behind because he thinks that it's cool to do that shit on social media. And
that's right.
You know, and you know,
he pretty much asked for it, man. It's sad to say, but when he let that dude get under his skin like that and he pulled that gun up like that, man.
Well,
that's crazy.
You know, it was pretty stupid of me to even involve myself in that. But again, I run a guns down, gloves up thing, and I was trying to get 2 guys to duke it out. I ended up having a gym for these guys to fight at, and I ended up let it end up getting personal with me. On a level because they were bringing me into the business, and I was like, I wasn't trying to be in the business. I was trying to find an establishment for them to fight at where nobody was going to go to jail, no police were going to be called, and all that shit. And I ended up being, you know, called all this shit, this and that. So I'm just like, well, motherfucker, you can fight me too, you know. So I'm at the position like, let's rumble. And they're like, oh no, all these motherfuckers, not one of these motherfuckers have ever been like, yeah, we're gonna fight you, Mouse. Everybody's been on somebody, we're gonna try to kill you, we're gonna try to kill you on social media. I'm like, I don't know any real killers that don't move in silence. I don't know any real killers that and I don't come from the era of, so you know, I'm 44 years old. I don't come from an era of social media. So
if you're gonna kill somebody,
I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
you know.
If you're gonna kill somebody, man, you ain't gonna tell them you're gonna kill them.
No, that's my opinion, man. So to me, when I see dudes out here like, man, we're gonna get you, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. To me, it's like, no, you're not. You're full of shit because you're too loud with it and you're flashy, being too flashy with it. You know what I'm saying? So if a motherfucker was really gonna bust a grape, you know what I mean? I believe the ones that would bust a grape ain't gonna be the ones that are the loudest in the room, man. The most scariest motherfuckers in the room are the most quietest. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker, they always say the quiet cause rise, the weak always speak. That was my mentality. That's what I've always seen in prison. It was the quiet motherfuckers that never said much. That's the ones you gotta watch. Those are the ones you gotta watch. They're the ones that are gonna cut your head off. The motherfuckers that are they the weakest motherfuckers I've ever met, man.
They ain't gonna do shit unless they got somebody with them.
That's it. They ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing, man. So, you know, I laugh these clowns off. And like I said, all of our dates, times, and locations are always up for fights. So anybody ever wants to come out, they can always come out and get their ass stomped out. I'm with it. I'm not with the gunplay, man. And I hope that never is an issue. I hope motherfuckers don't feel like I'm that big of a threat that they feel like they have to come and shoot me. But at the end of the day, the lifestyle that I live and the atmosphere that I'm in, there's always possibilities that somebody might hate me enough to go ahead and do it. But you know, I don't want to speak that up. You know, I don't want to speak that in existence. You know what I'm saying? I know where my faith is at. I know where my beliefs are at. So I don't
He's got you.
I don't trip one way or the other. So if you're gonna do it, let's rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna live in fear. You ain't gonna catch me living out in my motherfucking house. I'm on the strip in public drunk. You know what I'm saying? So I do my thing. I live life. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never gonna catch me hiding ever. You know what I'm saying? So
you do your thing, boy. You do your thing. Like I said, I tip my hat to you, son. You do your thing.
Yeah, I appreciate it, homie. For sure. Hey, look.
I'm trying to get this, son.
Hey, you gonna get there? Hey, as soon as you start your station, let me know, man. I'm gonna wrap this up with you, man. I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna help you out. And if you guys ever come out here, we'll go on live feeds on the strip and we'll promote your shit and everything, man. So come on out, man. Y'all come on out and chill. For real.
Yeah. Look, before we go, man, I wanna, just in case they do see it, now you got them cell phones in there. Everybody in Parchman, Mississippi.
No doubt they do.
Everybody in Greene County, Mississippi, man, y'all keep y'all's head up. Stop all that riding and killing each other over shit, man, because they ain't gonna do nothing but make it hard on you. Get your ass up out of there and come home.
Yep, for sure. Yeah. All right, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot, man. I'm gonna post this up. Shout out to RC, his wife, his family, his kids, man. Shout out all y'all, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Definitely, man. Thanks a lot, homie.
Appreciate you, man. Shout out to you.
Yo. All right, brother.
All right, brother.